Don't y'all just love portability? I mean, just the mere thought of having a whole ass Zelda game in the palm of my hand and none of that sprite. I mean, the child in me is in a constant state of excitement. Also, no, hold on. I don't do this. I don't take my Switch into the restroom. Stop normalizing that. That's nasty. Also, wash your hands. There's been a myriad of iterations of different kinds of portable video game consoles. Way back to its origins in the late 70s and early 80s with devices such as the Microvision and Nintendo having the original Game & Watch. However, nowadays it seems that with the Switch, there's really no actual portable gaming market. The 3DS's production officially ended last year, and with no replacement in sight, the Switch is kinda looking like its only replacement. But isn't the Switch a console and not solely a portable device? I mean, how about the Switch Lite? I mean, you technically can't connect it to a TV, but then again, all of its library is the same as the normal Switch. So isn't the Switch Lite just a mini console? Look, enough with technicalities. What exactly is the future of handheld gaming? With the lesser likelihood of Nintendo releasing two consoles at the same time ever again, and with the Switch being the be-all and end-all for the company, I really doubt that any other company will be able to compete. For example, Sony has had a terrible track record of supporting its handheld devices. I mean, the poor PS Vita fell faster than a kid running at a grocery store.
We're gonna make some Crunchwrap Supremes. Oh, we need the crunch part. Well, the crunch part too.
And Microsoft, well, has never really had a handheld gaming device. However, there is a new competitor. Introducing the latest and greatest invention since sliced bread. The gaming device that'll make your friends jealous and probably a target for mugging. This device has it all. Embedded communication service, the ability to take and share pictures with great camera technology, and most importantly, it has a browser in which you can actually watch videos on. Introducing the device that will revolutionize the handheld gaming market for decades to come. The one and only, the great mobile smart device that you have in your pocket or tablet that's laying around your couch somewhere. Yeah. You thought I had like some insider info on a new patent or something, right? Well, reality is oftentimes disappointing. This little thing, it's starting to look like it'll be the only way to game on the go besides the Switch. I mean, sure, Sony and Microsoft could come up with their own hybrid console and compete with the Nintendo Switch, but with both of their next-gen home consoles already being marketed, it seems less likely that that'll be the case. It doesn't seem like Sony or Microsoft are looking to segment their user base any further. Currently, the games made for this little thing, remember when technology used to get smaller and smaller? Yeah, what happened with that? Why are we going big again? Can barely fit in my pocket. But I digress. The games made for this little thing currently make up 60% of the revenue for the global video game market. Yes, the global. That's characteristically higher than half of all the revenue of the video game market. That is something considerable, given that many might think that the four gaming giants, Sony, Microsoft, Valve, and Nintendo, are the biggest parts of the video game market, but that isn't entirely correct. As much as we like to deny it, not everyone can afford or particularly cares about console gaming. However, almost every single person in the world has one or knows someone who has one. Mobile gaming is just a lot more accessible than console gaming, and a lot of our phones already have our payment information readily available. Purchasing a measly $5 time extension on a mobile game that is already free to play will without a doubt rake up more money for a developer over having to buy a $300 console and a $60 game. It's just quick math. Projections even estimate that by 2024, the mobile gaming market will increase by 12%, thus expanding its influence on bigger video game companies. Over the years, mobile gaming has been a very weird thing to accept. I mean, in the beginning, all mobile gaming was your mom playing Farmville on Facebook gaming, or it was you playing Texas Hold'em at the sweet age of 14 with a complete stranger over the internet that goes by SilentKiller_420. But nowadays, it's not rare to hear of people playing Fortnite, PUBG, or hell, even Call of Duty on their phones, and actually playing decently. Given how exponentially fast technology advances, we've seen more and more smartphones with crazy fast processors and GPUs over the last 5 years. For example, the Asus ROG Phone 2 is faster than a low to mid-range PC. This Asus phone has 12 gigabytes of RAM, a powerful chip, and a way faster display than my current monitor on my desktop computer. And no, I don't feel like discussing that fact. So it's only expected that developers are going to start adding more resources into creating games for these mobile devices. Now, obviously, mobile gaming is only a niche right now, but with a growing user base comes a growing demand for quality of life improvements. I mean, more and more peripherals and accessories are being created to facilitate mobile gaming, such as keyboards and controllers specifically for your smartphone. That's kind of cool, huh? I digress. Even Microsoft has been known to be developing its own detachable controller device to connect to a smartphone to turn it into its own little hybrid console. And with Microsoft being at the forefront of subscription gaming, in which users pay a monthly fee to have access to a selection of indie or AAA titles, it isn't too far-fetched to think that we'll be seeing people playing the latest Gears of War on their Asus gaming phone on the bus. It sounds kind of crazy, but believe me, it's not going to sound crazy in 3 to 4 years. However, there is a downside to mobile gaming, and it's not necessarily the user base, but it's the kind of approach that many game developers take when creating games for mobile phones. A huge reason why console and PC gamers have a negative view of mobile games is that the ever-increasing library of games follow this sort of gacha or pay-to-win structures. Loot boxes, for example, are a type of gacha element that have made their way into console gaming, for example. This luck-based gambling element hasn't necessarily made the idea of mobile games a savory treat to swallow for many traditional gamers. The biggest, and to me the most surprising offender of these types of schemes is Nintendo. Nintendo has had a very weird relationship with mobile gaming. The former president of Nintendo, Iwata, and other Nintendo executives showed an interest in mobile gaming after experiencing what was probably the worst financial years for Nintendo. I am of course speaking of the Wii U era. Although given Nintendo's reputation with video game quality design, or as people like to call it, the Nintendo polish, Iwata and his team decided that creating mobile games would need to be their own kind of beast. They decided that instead of just porting current Nintendo IPs to mobile gaming, they would start developing games solely for Android and iOS devices. Nowadays, we have games such as Super Mario Run and Fire Emblem Heroes, and these games are solely created for mobile phones. Nintendo adapted the freemium structure to its mobile games, and many, to a lot of people's surprise, actually turned very profitable. But extremely profitable. A lot of mobile games from Nintendo, however, actually have a kind of shun upon pay structure in which a lot of the game's features are locked behind a paywall. I mean, more recently with Mario Kart Tour, Nintendo has actually been accused of using gacha features in which players can pay to access a one-time random gift, but with no actual guarantee of this gift actually being useful to a player. This sort of feature has left a lot of Nintendo fans and gamers in general with a very bad taste for mobile gaming. Given these payment structures, shady features, limited controls, and confusing menus, I mean, come on, let's be real. Half of mobile games UI looks like they're about to give me a virus and charge me for it at the same time. I mean, it's no wonder that mobile gaming has had a very hard time trying to entice traditional gamers to accept and even play these games. So this is the biggest issue that mobile gaming needs to overcome if they ever actually want to take over the handheld gaming market. Now, to conclude, what do I think the future of handheld gaming is going to be? Well, this. I still think handheld gaming will find its way to dedicated mobile or tablet devices. I mean, one can argue that the Switch is basically just a tablet. You can see a whole lot of videos of people hacking their Switches to run Android and turning them into fully functional ROM devices. With prototypes such as Alienware's UFO, it's no wonder that a whole new section of mobile consoles will begin to pop up. So no, I actually do not think that smartphones will ever be the new mobile handheld gaming devices. Mobile consoles will begin propping up with Sony and Microsoft joining the ranks with the Switch, and by next year we will begin seeing dedicated Steam devices to take on the go, such as Alienware's UFO. The main issue is that video game developers must focus on not cannibalizing their own consoles and only providing handheld consoles as an extension to their home versions, much like the Switch is. Additionally, with services such as Google Stadia, the ability to stream games on any device will further blur the lines of handheld gaming. I mean, what would be the point of having a dedicated handheld console if with video game streaming services, the processing is done in a remote server somewhere and all you really need is a screen and blazing fast internet? At that point, might as well just use your phone as a screen. Without a doubt, the future of handheld gaming is an uncertain one, but a very dynamic and exciting one. There is a plethora of possibilities for the market. It will all be dependent upon the transition between home and mobile consoles, much like the Switch has achieved. Additionally, having the hardware capabilities of playing AAA titles on very small and portable devices is going to be of the utmost importance. Just because it's a mobile device, quality cannot be compromised. I mean, hell, phones maybe will just be dedicated devices to stream games, or maybe hybrid handheld consoles will be the sole provider of video game entertainment. I mean, who really knows? But I will say that the future of handheld gaming is looking rather bright. We can all look forward to a future in which we can glitch, curse,
You're better, cowboy man.
and teabag on the go. And with that, what are your thoughts? What do you think is the future of handheld gaming? Do you think dedicated handheld gaming devices such as the 3DS are going to make a comeback? Or do you think they're just relics of a long gone time? Let me know down in the comments below. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been True Fernie. If you liked this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. Every bit helps. I recently just passed 100 subscribers, which is something, it's a small goal, but at the same time, it's something extremely big in my mind. I mean, just having 100 people in a room blows my mind. So thank you very much to everyone who subscribed. Thank you everyone who watches my videos constantly on a weekly basis. I see you, I appreciate you. You guys are my lifeline. Thank you very much. Links to my socials are down below. Make sure to follow me on Twitch where I stream weekly. There's nothing but fun and good times out there. And with that, please take care of each other, but most importantly, take care of yourself. Peace.